So today is my 70th day learning at basic English course in Kampung Inggris, Pare, Kediri. So today in my first class with Mr. Ajit, I learned about two new tenses. Okay, give me a second. I will open my notebook. Okay, I will open this. Okay, so the first tense I had learned in the class today is future perfect tense. This tense is talking about an activity or an event that is will happening on certain times in future. Once again, so this tense talking about an activity or an event that will be finish will be have done on certain time in the future. The example is like this. The example sentence is like this. I shall have studied English by Zuhur. We shall have studied English by Zuhur. You will have studied English by Zuhur. We, they will have studied English by Zuhur. She will have studied English by Zuhur. He will have studied English by Zuhur. So this example is um, so this tense from the example we can know that this tense talking about we uh, will be finished will be finished study in the future before Zuhur. Okay, the time signal for this tense is by blah 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 blah. And then the next tense we learn is future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. This tense is talking about an activity or an event that will have been happen in the future for a certain time for certain uh, okay, let's certain on certain time, a certain period of time, certain period of time. uh,
Certain period of time. Certain period of time.
that will be happen on certain period of time. Okay, so we learn about two this about these two tenses today, and before we learn them, we also doing we also doing our exercise book. So, Mr. Tajwid, check check uh, how to say check. The pronunciation is
Checked.
check,
Check.
check, check,
Checked.
check,
Checked.
check. Okay. So, Mr. Tajwid checked our exercise book for translation part. The translation the translation part of the future continuous tense. Yeah, is it? On this test, on the first on my first on my first try, I only got four correct four correct answer from 10 question. So after I correct a few, after I correcting, after I correct a few of my question, I have I have got I have got I finally got 10 correct answer, and two question is still got incorrect answer. Uh, I can't continue it because our time already finished, and Mr. Tajid have to continue the class. And then after that, we came home. We came home at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, and then I come back to BEC at 10 at 10 o'clock in the morning to continue to to learn. I back to BEC at 10 o'clock or 10 a.m. To learn with my MS, which is Miss Bila. And today we learn about simple future. I'm sorry, simple past for verbal. So, yeah, we learn about verbal of simple past tense. So for simple past, uh, we learn a few things. Started with question word, and then after that we learn to make not we'll and then after that we after that Miss Bila give us give or do I give apa? Oh yeah, for so after we learn about the tense, Miss Bila gave us five I'm sorry, seven question that we Miss Bila gave us seven sentences that we have to translate from Indonesia, I'm sorry, from Bahasa to English. Now been, now I had done it already, and selain itu, and beside that, we also uh, have to, we have a vocabulary that we have to memorize and assign it to Miss Bila tomorrow in the next meeting. The vocabularies is use, use it, using, menggunakan. Use it. We will learn
Used.
use,
Used.
use, use, use,
Use.
use, 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 using, use, use, used, using,
Using.
using,
Using. Using.
using, use, 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 using. Wear, wear, worn, memakai.
Where wore worn. Where wore worn.
Wear, wore, worn.
Where wore worn. Where wore worn.
Wear, wore, worn. Wearing, memakai atau menggunakan. Sit, sat, sat.
Sat. Sat.
Sit, sat, sat, sitting.
Duduk. Sitting.
Sitting. Sit, sat, sat, sitting. Sitting. Sit, sat, sat, sitting. Duduk. And the next one, number 4. Stand, stood, stood, standing. Berdiri. Stand,
Stand.
stand.
Stood. Stood.
Stand, stood, stood, standing. Berdiri. Next, sweep, swept, swept, sweeping.
Sweep swept. Sweep swept.
Sweep, swept, swept.
Sweep swept.
Sweep, swept, swept, sweeping. Menyapu. Next, get, got, gotten. Getting. Mendapat.
Got. Got.
Got, gotten.
Gotten.
Get, got, gotten. Get, got, gotten. Get, got, gotten.
Getting. Getting.
Get, got, gotten. Getting. Mendapatkan. Peel, peel, peel.
Peel.
Peel, peel.
Peeled.
Peel, 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 peeling. Mengupas. Peel,
Peeled. Peeled.
peeled,
Peeled.
peeled. Peel, peeled, peeled, peeling. Mengupas. Dry, dried, dried.
Dried. Dried.
Dry, dried, dried, drying. Menjemur. And then after that, we also make a sentence, make a sentence for each uh, vocabularies. So there is 7 sentences that I have uh, make. Make for 3 dari make. Oh, so there is 8 sentences that I have made that I have made. Okay, let's continue. And then after our class with Miss Bila, we continue our learning session with Mr. Harris in elementary 4. So, with Mr. Harris, today we learn about uh, in the early of the class, in the beginning of the class, we are exercising about the possession adjective and possession. Where is it? Sorry, give me time. Possession adjective and possession pronoun. Okay, that's it. So today we exercising about the question about two question. Uh, where is it? Hmm, where is it? I believe I had write it. Oh, this is okay. So beginning, beginning, in the beginning,
beginning,
in the beginning of the class, we exercising with two uh, question word, which is whose book is this? Whose book is this? So the answer is this is my book. Number two, whose is this book? The answer is that book is yours. That book is yours. So we exercising about these two sentences or two question because sometimes we mistaken and swap it. Hmm, Kadang mereka tertukar because sometimes they get confused about which one is the answer of this question. So that's why Mr. Harris uh, tell why Mr. Harris told us to exercise these two about these two questions. So whose book is this? Whose book is this? So the answer is this is your book. This is your book. So, meanwhile, for the question, whose is this book? The answer is this book is yours. This book is yours. Once again, if the question is whose book is this? The answer is this is your book. This is your book. Meanwhile, if the question is whose is this book? The answer is that book is yours. So we learn about this for a few minutes ahead, maybe 30 minutes, and my learn partner is Sandy. I want to hear the difference. Learn and learn.
learn, learned,
Learn,
learn, learned,
learned. So my learned partner uh, on Mr. Harris class is Sandy, and then after we exercising together, we come to the front of the class and show our exercising and show our exercise result and show the result of our exercise. So in the front of the class, I asked Sandy, I ask, I ask, I asked, ask,
ask, asked, ask, asked,
ask, ask.
ask, asked,
In the front of the class, I asked Sandy with the question with the question whose book is this? So Sandy have I'm sorry. Ask Sandy with a question like whose book is this, but with five different nouns. Uh, in my memory, I asked about whose t-shirt is this? So Sandy answered, this is my t-shirt. And then we do until five nouns ahead. And then after that, Mr. Harris gave us five sentences that we have to translate. Mr. Harris gave us five sentences which have to translate it from Bahasa to English. The sentences is like this. Awas, pancinya panas, jangan membakar tanganmu sendiri. My answer for this question is be careful. The pan is hot. Don't burn your own. Don't burn your hand yourself. I got a few mistaken in here. So the correct answer is be careful. The pan is hot. Don't burn your own hand. Own hand. So we have to add on before the hand, and then after that we don't have to add yourself in the end of the sentence. And number two, the question is, ini bukan salahku. Salahkan dirimu sendiri. My answer is, this is not my fault. Blame yourself. And for this question, I got the correct answer. Ah, I was right on this question. Okay. Aku mendapatkan. I got the correct answer. I got the correct answer for this question. Or I can say I was right on this question. Okay, I was right on this question. Number three, saya malu akan diriku sendiri. My answer is, okay, I can't read it because I already erased it. But the correct answer is, I feel shy about myself. I feel shy about myself. Oh, I remember. So my answer is I embrace about myself. So I got incorrect. So I was incorrect for this question. Uh, and then number four, saya sedang sibuk. Saya sedang sibuk. Bantulah dirimu sendiri. My answer is I'm busy. Help yourself. And I got and I was correct in this answer. And and I was right on this question. Okay. And the last one, number five. So I remember. So after the time is up, after the time for doing the exercise is up, Mr. Harris told us to go to the front of the class and write on the whiteboard our answer. So for one people, write. So for one student, write one answer from one question. Uh, Me myself, I sendiri. Oh, sorry. I myself, I myself write in the whiteboard the answer of number five. So my answer is Alex was fallen. Fortunately, he didn't hurt himself badly. And then I was correct in this answer. I was correct in this question. And then after that, the class is end, and ended, and how to say end, the verb to of end,
ended,
ended. Okay. So after we discuss about membahas, okay. After we discuss about this exercise, not long after we discuss about this exercise, our class time is up. So at 12 in the noon, we leave the class and we go and then we gone home. Gone, and then we gone, and then we went home. Sorry, I I should use the verb two instead verb three. I and then after the 12 at in the noon, we went home on our home. We went home in our home. Uh, uh, okay, next. The next one in our in my not our in my extra class. First, my first extra class is the grammar extra class with Mr. Harris at um 2 p.m. in the afternoon. In the 2 o'clock, I'm sorry, my first extra class is grammar class at 2 o'clock in the afternoon with Mr. Harris. The location is on elementary two, elementary two, and about we learn about give me a time. Oh, we learn about preposition. So there is three preposition that we have learned in the class today, which is in, on, and at. So first, for the place, I'm sorry. First, before uh, Mr. Harris explain more about this preposition, he explained us about the different uh, with with a simple example. Uh, what I have written, what I have brought in my notebook is first for on. On is used if the thing is on the top and touching the thing. For example, like this, the fish. So my phone, if it is touching in my book, we can say it. We can say my phone is on the book, on the book. And then if the phone is on the top on above of the I'm sorry, on the on above of this book, we don't say my phone is on the book because my phone is not touch the book. It's not touches the book. But we say my phone is above the book. Okay. And if it is below, and we say below the book. Okay. Let's continue. And so for the another in another explanation, Mr. Harris gave us um, Mr. Harris gave us explanation using pictures. So he drew he drew number, yeah, drew. So he drew a corpus. How to say corpus? Oh, so he drew a cube. I'm sorry, two cube, and in one cube, Lee, in one cube, he drew a, a circle inside of the cube, and he explained that if the thing is inside of another thing, we use in as preposition. And then on the another cube, he drew the circle on the top of the cube and touching it. If in situation like this, we use on instead in. So like that. And he gave us another example for three of these preposition. First one for yeah, we are talking about place right now. Preposition of place. First, in is used on if the position is on menempati. So if the thing is take a small part from area, a big area, we can use in. Okay. For example, I live in Indonesia. I live in West Java. I live in Bandung. I live in Cibaduyut. I live in Pelham. And then after that, for preposition on, we use on, like I said before, we use on uh, if we are on the top of the thing and then we touch it. We touch it, and then there is also another rules that we have to use preposition on for all of the electronic things, whether television, phone, laptop, computer, and anything else. So if we want to say we are watch TV, we say I watch on TV, not I watch in TV. And then for preposition at, this preposition is used for um, is used for specific place. For example, BEC. I study at BEC. BEC is a certain name of institution. So we have to use at for this. Another example, at the door, at the bus stop, at the traffic light. at the top of the page, at the bottom of the page. Next, for preposition of time, at, we use at if the time is specific. For example, if we are writing about 7, if we are want to talk about uh, time, we use at 7 o'clock, at dawn, at sunrise, at midnight, at noon. For remember, oh, sorry. As a reminder, we can use at for noon. So at noon, but we can't use at for another time, for another day condition like morning. We can't say at morning, but we have to say in the morning. Same thing is applied for afternoon, evening, and night. We have to say in the morning, in morning, in afternoon, in evening, in night. Uh, but for noon, we have to use at instead in. So at noon, that one is correct. But but if we say in noon, that was incorrect. And then another example for preparation for preposition at in the time is at Eid Fitr, the specific day. And then after that, for on, we use on for days, or I'm sorry, for days, for day, and for date. For example, on Sunday, on Sundays, on holiday, on 8th Fitr Day, and on 10th of March 1999. So if we are talking about a day, we have to use on as preposition. And the last one for preposition in for time. In is use it for some is use it for a long time period. For example, a month. For example, I was born in July. So, and also in the past. So if we are talking about past and future, we use in the past, in the future. But for what is happened now, which is present, we didn't say in the present, but at present, because present is because present have a long have a short time. 1 and 2 seconds ago is not present anymore, but it was past. Uh, so that's why if we are talking about present, we use at instead in. And then after that, in the end of the class, Mr. Harris gave us exercise to translate 5 sentences into English, from Bahasa into English. The first question is, saya lahir pada tanggal blah 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 blah. Blah. We have to spell our birthday, so I spell it in here. I was born at 20 blah blah blah, blah at blah 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 1999. I'm sorry, I don't want to uh, spill my birthday. And then number 2, saya tinggal di Jakarta bulan depan. My answer is I will stay in Jakarta next month. Number three, I shall arrive in Jakarta next Friday. Number four, Indonesia got freedom in 1945. For this question, number four, got I was incorrect on this question because I don't write the in before freedom. So for the last one, I was correct for this question number five. Apakah kamu sudah berenang selama 1 jam di laut? My answer is, have you been swimming in the sea for an hour? And then after that, we leave. And then after that, we left the class, or we left the class with Mr. Harris uh, at 3 a.m. at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then at 3 uh, at the 3 at the 3:30 at the 3:30 a.m. I'm sorry, at 3:30 p.m., or we can also say it at 3:30. I continued my study. I'm sorry, at 3:30, I went to the four elementary four for studying on the grammar extra class. I'm sorry, speaking extra class with Mr. Tajwid. So in the class, didn't have uh, we didn't have notes. We didn't have notes today because we spending our time to practice with games. So we have to introduce ourselves and then spelling our nickname using NATO phonetic alphabet to our new friends. So we are uh, we are moved from chair to another chair every time Mr. Tajwid gave us a signal. And in the front of the new friend, we have to introduce ourselves using using the using the sentences that Mr. Tajid has gave us. And then after that, after we spell our nickname each other with NATO phonetic alphabet, we also have to ask our new friend to spell two words that we have been that we have written that we have written. For example, for me, I asked my friend uh, to spell hot. So she has to spell. Sorry. So when I ask them, when I ask it, when I ask them, I say, please spell hot. So they have to answer like this: hot, hotel, Oscar, Tango. So they have to spell the word that so they have to spell the word that I have said using using that I have said using the NATO phonetic alphabet, and we have to ask at least two words. Oh no, not at least, but have we have to ask our new friend to spell two words, not more or not less. Okay, but if the time is over, so we have to move to the another chair and meet another new friends. So before this class, I also have memorized it. I have memorized.
Memorized.
So before the class, I have. So before the class, I have memorized the NATO. Before the class, I have memorized all of the NATO phonetic alphabet. Uh, yes, and now I still memorize it. So like this, I will uh, I will prove it. A alpha, B bravo, C. Ah! I'm sorry, maybe. Sorry. Give me time. A moment, please. So A alpha, B bravo, C Charlie, D delta, E echo, F foxtrot, G golf, H hotel, I India, J Juliet, K um, kilo, L lima, M mama, N November, M L M. Sorry, let's repeat again. A alpha, B bravo, C Charlie, D delta, E echo, F foxtrot, G golf, H hotel, I India, J Juliet, K kilo, L lima, M mama, N November, O Oscar, P Papa, Q Quebec, R Romeo, S Sierra, T Tango, U uniform, V Victor, W whiskey, Y Yankee, I'm sorry, X X-ray, Y Yankee, Z Zulu. So that is the NATO phonetic alphabet, and I have memorized it. Okay, so maybe that's it. What I can So that's it. What I can say or tell about my day. Maybe there is a few more, but I have another thing to do. So that's it for today. For the next day, as usually, I will try my best every day. I will try to do uh, training my speaking skill like this every day, every night, and in the video I will tell about what have I done, what have I done in that day. Yeah, maybe what I have learned, what have I uh, what have I done, like exercising, um, have exercise, um, playing with friends, play with friends, or anything else, as long I can tell about it. And also, I want to say, I'm sorry for my bad English. I still learn, I'm still learn. Aku masih belajar. Ajarin dong sepuh. How to say it. I'm still learning. Okay, I'm still learning. So I'm sorry my bad English, but actually I make this actually I make this video not to uh, how to say, yeah, I don't make this video for educational purpose to educate another people, or maybe sharing what have I learned. No, actually I make this video just to improve my speaking skill and improve my confidence. Yeah, not because I want to show that, wow, this is what I have learned. I was in I were not I have been in Kampung Inggris. No, no, that is not my uh, purpose on doing this. So my one and only purpose is to improve my speaking and my speaking skill and my confidence. So I don't think that maybe some people. So I don't think that maybe there is people that watch this video. I don't know, and I don't mind about it. And I didn't think about it. So, but if there is people that watch it, it's okay. And if there is no one watch it, and it's okay too. But maybe if there is somebody that watch my video and maybe have suggestion of correction, correction. Yeah, maybe have a suggestion of correction, recommendation, or anything else for me according to, you know, not according, but uh, correction about my uh, English learning. You can write it in the column comment, okay? In the comment section. Sorry. So that's it. Thank you.